time, just walking the dead.
Killing Slomo.
Sitting in the jungle, under the stars. Man lost
So,
in time,
where were we?
near captivates,
You see what we're up against.
walking the dead.
We're up against a woman who's absolute fanatic. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Huh. By the way, that's the bear. He's totally in charge of this whole section. He's promised me that if he sees a if he sees an iron lung, anything that looks like an iron lung being pulled by a black Chevrolet, Ford
20,000 people,
pickup truck of the heavier type, of course.
crossroads of wood.
I didn't know how many wheels it actually had. I figured a lot. Wheels probably 4, but maybe 6.
Fingers are crossed, just in case.
So anyway, I'm sure you got the last broadcast, which is that Hillary's iron lung with her inside of it went out of control, lost its attachment to the pickup truck, bounded down the freeway, and actually managed at first to run right past the pickup truck, and the people inside, when they saw that Hillary's in the iron lung actually was on the freeway and unattached to the truck, and actually was moving down the freeway faster than they themselves were, and they were going 60. And they could still see Hillary, who was holding her feet up, thank God, because very early in this catastrophe, the wheelchair attachment, she had secured her legs to be up, and not to hit the pavement as she's flying along the freeway. After all, this is about 3,000 miles that she's going to be in this thing, bounding down the freeway night and day, try to get across the country to kill Slomo. But unfortunately, the trip, that is from their side, actually Slomo himself maybe can relax and just deal with the next 3 assassins. But it looks like Hillary's going to be held up, because from what we saw from the helicopter video, the iron lung part of it is bent, and one of the wheels is bent off, so they will have to do some welding to get that fixed. And Hillary herself, for all we know, is banged up, though she looked like she was okay when she was sticking her head out the thing. So anyway, that's a scene that we can bring you up with the update alerts. But you can see that Slomo now only has 3 immediate assassins to deal with, because one of them, on fear of retaliation by some of the secondary tertiary henchmen on the Clinton team, they don't make mistakes and get away with it. Anyway, this guy's probably by now, he's probably down in Tijuana pretending to be a Mexican. And if they catch him, they're going to extradite him up here, and of course he'll end up in the dungeon under the White House. Probably they'll have to stash him in the Alex Jones cage, because they've got Trump in that one, the best one. Actually, they could switch him around and put 2 or 3 in the large cell. You've got 2 cells down there, I understand, and they've got Trump in the good one, and they put Alex Jones they put Alex Jones in a kind of a scroungy, it's almost like you would think it's a restroom. They meant it to be a restroom. As a matter of fact, There's no proper toilet in that one, but Alex has declared that for the country, he'll suffer any indecency, and that certainly this wouldn't be the first time that somebody's been in a cell without a proper commode. I mean, think of the prison of Slomo. I mean, that's a long poem, and I don't think I remember hearing about him taking a crap in a commode. I think he just sort of made out the best he could, and that's what Alex Jones is going to have to do, unless some of the globalists maybe spare one of their golden or very platinum commodes, you know, and have the mechanics who AFL-CIO mechanics go down there and put one of those golden commodes in that small cell and that Alex Jones is in. He's usually standing at the bars, like looking out, but if they put a chair there, one that where the seat could be. When the seat, you see, they could put kind of a seat there, like there would be a regular commode there, but there would be a regular commode there, but it would also be one of these reclining chairs, but they would just cut the bottom out, kind of make it fold, so that the person could actually, you know, whether it was. So if it was, for instance, Alex wants to take a crap, you know, because of maybe that G-force or brain force or some of that other stuff, it wasn't available to him, like they cut him off of all that stuff, and now he's deteriorating. He's deteriorating into a little waif of a human, somewhat similar to the rest of us that have been out here under the chemtrails. You know, we've been breathing this stuff, and I'll tell you, not only is our woods, we're burning up our woods, but causing all sorts of weather things that are backfiring in every direction. I'll tell you, the UN, I want to tell you, human beings, we just had we had no idea how stupid the undeveloped people really were. You know, that a lot of this stuff comes out of superstition, okay? It's motivated by superstition. First off, the very idea that we got to fulfill the scripture. I mean, come on, let's give me a break on that one. I mean, please give me a break. Anyway. So, anyway, we got to get the human being through this phase, and what you got here, it's a little bit like Halloween. Hey, doggy. A house of horrors. So you go in, and then a spider jumps at you, and then you jump, and then you go a little bit further, and a snake comes down, and you go a little bit further, and a little wispy ghost comes out and goes boo, and then you come out, and you say, well, geez, that was 25 cents for that. That was nothing. You say, well, what do you expect? It's just a little kid put that together.